Welcome back to KDSJ Radio's coverage of the South Dakota High School Rodeo Finals live here from Fort Pierre as South Dakota is celebrating 75 years of their High School Rodeo Association. And in my time that we've done this for 12 to 14 years, I don't think I've ever interviewed somebody that's won 3 events at the State High School Rodeo Finals in the same year. And we'll cross that off our bucket list right now. Joining us is Ryen Sheppick from just across the river over in Pierre, South Dakota. She's joining us. She won the girls cutting, the Reined Cow Horse. That was earlier this week. And then here on Championship Saturday, you went to another event that was?
Breakaway.
Congratulations on all 3.
Thank you.
Let's start first with the girls cutting. Let's go back and talk about how your rounds went there in the girls cutting.
First round went really good, and it was just a nice clean run. And then the second round went a little bit better. I got to show my horse a little bit better on some better cattle. I think I picked out some better ones. And the short go, I was just trying to get a clean run and not lose any cows or anything. So
let's dive a little bit deeper in the sport of cutting. There's girls cutting, there's boys cutting, but you do the same thing. What is the thing that you're trying to do? Just sort cattle?
yeah, so the whole point of it, like the first, you have to get one large cut, which is like 3/4 of your herd that you have. And there's a 2.5 minute time limit. And so you just go in there and you can either have some cows picked out that haven't been cut yet and that are hopefully good. And you can try to pick those out and keep them out in front while the other ones run around. Or you just cut shape, which is basically whatever stays there.
Okay. Now, when you're riding the horse, do you hold the reins, spur a certain way, or does the horse know what it's supposed to do, or do you have to guide the horse to cut a certain cow?
So, like in the herd, you can have your hands on, like you can move your horse like wherever you want, just to like make sure so you don't lose a cow or something. But once you have that cow picked out and he's all alone, and the other cattle are behind you, you have to drop your hand and basically use your feet and like try to motion them to stop when the cow's stopping. And because that's the whole point of cutting, is to showcase that they can do it by themselves, really.
It's all muscle memory for you and the horse, probably. And you ended up with 82 total points on the season. That includes your regional rodeos, the first go-round, second go-round, short go-round. You're the state champion in the girls cutting. And then 3 more girls will go to nationals in that event. Ryen Sheppick, also Kimberly Johnson, and Tapa Sexton, who we talked to earlier this week. She is the queen as well. So, girls cutting, that event was done, and then you still had to focus on the Reined Cow Horse event. That might be a whole new event that nobody knows about. Tell us a few things about that.
So Reined Cow Horse, for high school anyway, there's the reining pattern and then the fencing. So you first go in and you'll lope circles around like half the arena, and then you'll switch leads going the other direction, and then you'll do, depending on what pattern it is, you'll do a certain amount of stops. And after the stop, usually you do, the standard one is like 3.5 spins for each stop.
So Reined Cow Horse kind of shows the temperament of a horse.
Yes, and it just shows like a lot of how much you can control, like how broke they are, honestly, and how well trained they are in the reining. And then the fencing just shows how well you can handle a cow and control them.
And we're jumping right into this. I didn't even get to where you're from or all that. So because you won 3 different events, girls cutting, Reined Cow Horse, and the breakaway, let's get to know, once again, Ryen Sheppick a little bit more. Tell us where you're from and a little bit more of your background.
I'm from Pierre, South Dakota. I go to TF Riggs High School, and I will be a senior next year.
Okay. How'd the regular season go? Did you do practice rodeos, anything before regionals?
Yep, I went to a few weekends of practice rodeos, and those went pretty good. And then I came into regionals, and Reined Cow Horse and cutting, I was maxed out.
Family rodeo background, I want to get into that. Anybody else in your family done rodeo, or are you the first of the crowd?
No, well, I think my grandpa got into it later into his life, but my dad rodeoed and showed cutters and Reined Cow Horse too. And I think he used to do saddle bronc.
Does the heat affect your horse or you, mentally, physically?
I think it just depends sometimes. Not most it doesn't really affect me, but I could definitely tell with my cow horse anyway, because it was super hot on that Wednesday when it was the second round in short go. But the first round I showed at night, and it was like a lot cooler, and she just felt a lot more free and like that she kept her air. And I definitely did notice on like the second run, I was showing like when it was really hot out, and she just felt like a little bit slower, but she still worked really good.
She's the state champion in breakaway roping, Reined Cow Horse events, girls cutting, 3 championships in 1 year. I don't know if it's ever happened before, but it's the first here on KDSJ Sports. So congratulations once again to Ryen Sheppick. She's going to be a senior over at Pure TF Riggs High School. So thanks a lot for the time, and congratulations, and the best of luck over in Wyoming.
Well, thank you.